Hey you guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Star Lily Jewelry. We are going to go and show you how I make these earrings. And so these are different clays that I'm going to use today. And what I'm going to do is start using scrap clay continuously. So we'll see how long I can use the same pieces of clay and keep it going like a train. And so here I'm just mixing some colors just to see before I use too much of the clay, to kind of see what colors I would like to use. This one was a little bit harder to squeeze than the other one, and so because I tend to use different types of clay. So I decided to add some brown to make it a little bit more of a natural color, and these are the colors that came out here. Here's some of my favorite clay cutters as well. And so I did use those clay cutters to make different shapes here. And so here's my weird angle. And so I'm using this tool to kind of pick it up off of the acrylic board, and I formed it a little bit and just put it randomly onto the slab. I didn't want too much of the same colors right next to each other, so I kind of wanted a mixture of the different colors, and so that's what I'm doing here. I have stars, I have hearts, I have flowers, and those are pretty much my favorite shapes. So yep, nothing different there. And so it's a tan color and also a red color as well, although I did put some brown in the red, but it changed the color a little bit, but it's not a big difference. It still looks red. And so I'm just placing everything on there to get it ready for cutting as well, and also to get it ready for being rolled out. And I have different shapes of flowers there, and here is the leftovers. So now I'm just going to roll this clay out. First I'm going in a back and forth motion, but then I soon realized that it was kind of distorting the shape too much, so I also went side to side as well. And so that's what I'm doing here. And as you can see here, I started to notice the shapes changing. So like the heart kind of looked more like a blob than a heart. So later on I will show you how I would make it look more like a heart. And here is the slab up close so far. And I'm loving these colors together. I put it on my Instagram at Star Lily Jewelry, and a lot of people love the colors as well. So here is me. I am making some lines in the flowers here to make it give it more detail, and so that's what I'm doing with this tool here, that sharp tool that I love to use for all different things. I even use it for painting. And so here it is, some of the details that I did put in. I will put in more details, but that's how much I had at that point. And then so I used some of that scrap clay that I had, and I started to tear off small pieces and put them into little small balls, and she'll see what I did with that. So I made different small balls, tried to keep them kind of the same size or close enough to the same size as each other. So I just kept rolling, and then I put it right in the middle to give some pop of color. But I do like to keep a kind of more simple color sometimes, whereas as you can see here, I've only used 3 different colors. You know, so that's how I kind of like to keep it. And so I'm also going to continue putting these different shapes. So here's a clearer view of me putting in the detail for this slab here. Pretty simple. Just wherever the indent is, I just drag it towards the middle. And then here is another one of the little balls that I press in for the middle of the flower. And So I liked to give it some contrast. So for the yellowish brown flowers, I put the red, and for the red I put that yellowish brown orange color, the tan color in the middle there. And I just pretty much did that for the flowers only. I didn't do it for the stars or the hearts, since flowers are the ones that sometimes have that color in the middle that's different. And so there it is. I am placing it in the middle there. And this one I actually decided not to put too much of any type of shape detail when it comes to dragging the lines out there. And so now I have my dotting tool. I love to make different details with this dotting tool. I think it gives it a little something extra, and so that's what I did. And I just freehanded it where it needed to go and tried to keep an even space as much as I could, and I did that for all the hearts to get that heart shape back, because it definitely lost it. And this, I'm just using this tool to make little lines to give it some texture as well. Give it a little bit more, since there's only 3 colors here. And for the shape as well, I did that. And these were the little hearts. The little hearts definitely ended up looking like blobs once I rolled it out. And so then now I'm dragging the shape of this star as well to make it more obvious that it's a star. And this one I am poking little tiny holes in it as well to make it more obvious that it's a star and to give it more detail. And I'm just showing which tools I have. And here is my cutter that I'm going to use to make the different shapes. It's hearts on heart, well, not hearts on hearts, but flowers on flowers here. Oh, there's some hearts. So yeah, there's also hearts that I made. And so this is what it ended up looking like. I made one dangly earring there, and also those 2 became studs. So that's the last picture, and I hope you guys have a great day today.